let me say that the word POWAQQATSI is a complex word with meaning or even audacity and clarity beyond the languages you and I and the rest of us speak. It's from a language of orality, a language not literate, and a language that I felt houses the visions or the visuals that you saw with the sound that you heard from glass together, creating the image of POWAQQATSI. A Powa is a black magician, a black entity that operates through seduction. In other words, it doesn't come in as the monster, it comes in as, look what I can offer you. Does that sound familiar to the world we live in now? Black magician seduces you and then eats your life to promote his or her life. So when it's compound with Qatsi, which means life, it means a way of life that consumes another way of living, which is the world we live in today, the pursuit of our technological happiness, of our globalization, of creating unity through homogenization is like what the black magician does. By seduction, we've created one world, one people, one way, the blue planet. Whereas the unity of the world, the beauty of the world is its diversity. And diversity is always in a genius loci. It's always in place. Every place has its genius. Our job is to hear the place we live in. And that's the unity of diversity. That's the meaning of life. Anima mundi, when you're in diversity, we all breathe with a different breath, with the same air. That's the unity. But it's our language, our culture, our land, that if we homogenize, we become the many, the one, rather than the one, the many, many, many. These films are autodidactic. They're not trying to give you answers. Much more important is the questions they might raise, more in your solar plexus than in your head. These are aimed not at your head, but they're aimed right into, we have a body. We don't have a body, we are a body, and this is a sensate experience for your body. So we are somebody, and we're poor souls, we're somebody. And this is aimed at an experience that each one can have for themselves, because we are each somebody, but while very different, we're very much the same as well. So the language here is the language, the first lingua franca, as it were, of all humans, of who we call ourselves humans. That's another subject for another lifetime, perhaps. But we all speak first through body language, facial expression, eye behavior, gesture. And these are the languages that, with the music, gives you your own response. It's to your sensates that these images, these visuals, this music is offered. So the person next to you could go to sleep through boredom, or get up and go to the bathroom and never come back, or you could be levitating in the room or snoring next. It's autodidactic and immensely personal all at the same time. But when you sit together, not with your gizmo, which we're all addicted to, all of us, those of us that are pure and humble and blah, 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 we're all addicted. Children today are allured, addicted, bought and sold on the net. Okay? This is beyond our imagination of child abuse. What's happening as we sit here today is that the gizmo is in play. What you do with your fingers patterns your brain. It becomes routine. I remember once being at a talk of the Dalai Lama in Albuquerque, New Mexico. After giving a profound talk, he said, "I'll take questions." And the first question was, "Your Holiness, what is the most important thing I may do?" And he looked at the young woman and he said, "Routine. Next question." Routine is who we are. That's the humility, the fragility of being human, the perfection of our imperfection. We live in a state of imperfection. Routine is our normal. That's what virtue and vice is. It's the practice of routine. We're routinized without realizing it, and our children, from the time of birth, they're not born. The world is born into their mind at birth. They're being addicted, allured, bought and sold, may I repeat again, on the internet, with everyone smiling, taking them to the market. So this is what all these films are about in one way or another. This is a film I'm making now called Once Without a Time. We'll carpet bomb the internet with little neo fast foods for kids of about 10 minutes each, 5 of them, and hope to start a casting out of the apple. We'll use fire to fight fire.
After all these years of having made this film, do you still feel some sense of hope for humankind?
Unless one has the courage to be hopeless, then one will never have the courage to be hopeful. This world is hopeless. You and I, looks like all of you, I'm not seeing anybody talk like this right now. Looks like you, like I, are from all over the rest of the planet. This world is hopeless. It's Humpty Dumpty. We can't remake it. We don't use technology. We breathe it. It's the environment we live in, the price we pay for what we're doing right now. All of us is the destruction of the environment that we're not waiting to happen. It is happening now. So we live here a very short time, and I can only wish us all well. But I think those that have the courage to be hopeless can find the courage to be hopeful, not by trying to make the whole world pray, or the whole world be moral, or the whole world believe the same thing. That's lunacy. Even if it was the right thing, it would be the wrong thing if everybody did it. Our world is our range of relationships. That's our world. And as I suggested, it's best rooted to the land, to the genius loci, because that's where our relationship is. If our world is our range of relationships, communities that are more convivial, smaller in size, think of the writer Leopold IV that, inspired E.F. Schumacher's Small is Beautiful. Now small is dangerous, okay? But for human habitation, a smaller group allows the conviviality of human participation.